laxity in allowing individuals with integrity questions to write in the August 9 elections. The Commission now threatens to publish a list of shame for politicians who should not contest in the coming poll.
So Matiang'i issued directives on 14th of March when he was presiding over the activity. Actually, it is the annual NGO week, which is usually run by the NGO board. So there was a notice. He gave a directive that NGOs which are not going to be compliant within the next 90 days are going to be deregistered. And then on 25th of March, which was last week, the NGO board also now put a public notice saying further to the directive issued by the minister. Now we have officially given a notice to the NGOs. So we find, and of course Matiang'i also talked about warned NGOs not to engage in civic education, which leads to to partisan activities. So I think there are a number of issues there to be clarified. One, when it comes to the period of election, and we have seen that in 2013 and 2017, this is the time where government basically targets civil society to minimize accountability in the context of elections. And KHRC has been targeted many times within this context. And we take this kind of directives being, of course, contrary to provisions of Article 47, the right to fair administrative action.
Our concern is that the laws that needed to give force to the standards of the Constitution have been diluted, and this is not a new discussion. We are simply reiterating what happened in the drafting of the Leadership and Integrity Law, where the standard for holding public officers was put at the lowest level, that you can only be sanctioned when you've been prosecuted in a court of law. Yet we know the evidence is that achieving prosecution, especially on economic crimes, is very, very difficult. And the practice from other countries is that you use administrative standards, such as if an accounting officer, a CS or a PS, have an institution that has been cited repeatedly in the Auditor General reports, then that person, one, should be named in Parliament. Number two, should then not be eligible to keep holding office, let alone run for public office.
Well, that story brings us to the very end on Trending News this evening, right here on Lookup TV. You have been commenting on Facebook. I can see Brian